welcome everybody. Yeah, I'm back. Surprise stream. Settlers League. Settlers League is over. Today, 10th of June, 2025. Settlers League is over. RIP. It was a good league. It was a very long league. It was too much of a league. It was too long. But it was a good league. And we played so many builds, played so many characters, we farmed so many divines. It was incredible. But that will not happen again. We're gonna go back to the 4-month rotation for Path of Exile 1 and for Path of Exile 2. So if you're coming, one of my video on Path of Exile 2, don't go away. Don't say, yeah, this is the old game. Uncle, what are you doing? Play Path of Exile 2. Stay with me. There is something for you as well. You're gonna find out very soon what I'm talking about. But before I start today's video, I want to say welcome everybody. I'm Uncle Mordred, Mordred OG on Twitch, Mordred OG on YouTube, Mordred OG on Twitter, Mordred OG pretty much everywhere. You can find me streaming, and starting the 13th of June, you will see me streaming all weekend, so many hours. I'm going to be basically glued to this chair. But yes, let me show you. Secrets of the Pasta is coming. Secret of the Pasta or Secrets of the Atlas is coming. And you don't want to miss this out, even if you're coming from Path of Exile 2. Trust me, guys. This is going to be fun. You're going to have so many things to do. But I know what you can say. Uncle, the gameplay is different. There is no dodge roll. I don't even know what are the skills. There are too many. I'm lost. I am here for this. First of all, disclaimer, so that DS Lily, John Grown, and Rutu will not slander me. I am not a build maker. I am not somebody that has all the experience of these guys. I mean, I can show you. I only have, forget about Torchlight. I only have 8,000 hours in this game. It's not that much. I get it. It's not that much. Could be better. I mean, only 8,000 hours. And I'm basically a tourist of the game. I am basically a tourist. I'm not even joking. I'm not able to make a build. To be honest, didn't have the time to put myself into making a build because it requires quite a lot of time. And I don't want to start the drama with all these people. If you haven't followed the news in Path of Exile 1, there is a lot of drama. But guys, for everybody that is new to this game or everybody that is new to the franchise, it's perfectly fine. Your uncle is here to let you know that you're not witnessing anything new. They're not actually fighting. It's not like mom and dad are fighting at home. No, it's just the typical pre-league drama that happens every time. And sometimes it's DS Lily, sometimes it's Snowbay, sometimes it's Rutu, sometimes it's John Grown. Everybody starts stealing shit, and it's normal. They are excited. Everybody's excited. We want to play the game. We want to play a new league. It's been a long time. So don't get sidetracked. If you're a new player, you want to focus on a few things that are going to be super important to have an amazing league start and experience this amazing game that is Path of Exile 1. So, before we get into some gameplay, because I'm gonna stay here just to talk before we're gonna start playing some games so that I can show something in practice. I already said a few names. All the names that I said, amazing build maker, everybody, every one of them, they can if you follow anybody of them on YouTube, they'll be able to, or on Twitch, they'll be able to assist you through their videos and through their POBs in order to get to end game pretty easily. But I want to cover a couple of things. So, as you know from Path of Exile 2, and if you don't, maybe you heard about Path of Exile 1 being such a complicated game. Like, for example, I'm getting into one of my characters. Like, the first thing that everybody shows is the skill tree. This infinite sea of dots. If you're coming from Path of Exile 2, this is gonna be more familiar. It's quite different. You're not gonna find the same kind of nodes. Actually, the tree in Path of Exile 1 is more powerful. There is way more power in here than in Path of Exile 2 tree. This is a choice that the developer has made for the new game. Maybe they will change it. We will see. But yeah, the skill tree is frightening. But is it really? It's actually not. For everybody that is new to the game, this is a game where you have to pick a class at the beginning of your journey, and your class will start pretty much every time from one of these areas. It will be the north area, south area, down here, it will be on the left side, on the right side. According to the class you pick, you will have one of these starting points in order to pick your skills, basically your skill points. The north tree is mostly dedicated to intelligence. South tree, it's basically a mix between strength and dexterity. On the right, we have dexterity, mostly, and on the left, we have strength. So at the end of the day, you can split this whole thing in 3 stats equally. Strength, intelligence, dexterity. And that makes it quite easier, right? Because if I'm taking an archer, ranger as a starting point, I'm going to start from down here, pretty much. Yeah, from here. And all my nodes will be pretty much dexterity, different from Path of Exile 2, where you can choose the attributes you can take on this tree. You will have some set attributes. And all the skills will be pretty much related to my archery, right? If I'm starting on north, I'm going to have intelligence and caster kind of stuff. But this is just for the basics. If I'm starting on this side with strength, I will have more strength-based powers and stuff like that. Just giving you a rough idea that is just making it easier, right? My guide today is going to be just very, very generic and just to help you starting. I'm not going to have a full guide over how you can level a character. You can find so many of these in many other streams. But I hope this will give you at least a good starting point where you can build up your interest. And then from there, getting to the point where you can actually fill this tree with all these points and actually have a powerful character. You can see on the login screen, behind the character that I already have on the right, we have the characters, right? So when I want to create a character, I have to choose, and when the new league will be available, will be right in the middle. Don't choose hardcore at the beginning, it's going to be too difficult. Don't choose solo self-found because you will miss quite a big part of the game, which is the trading experience, which is arguably interesting in my opinion, but many people find it old now because we've been playing this game for too long, but you will see. Definitely don't choose Ruthless. Ruthless will be very scarce in terms of loot and quality of life. So you will always just choose the new league when June 13th will happen, and that's it. Now for just to explain what we need to do after. I'm just gonna click OK on the standard, which is a generic realm. All the old characters will be once the league is over. But yeah, you will have to choose the league part. And as you can see, we have the witch, we have the duelist, with the duelist, with the ranger, the scion. If you're a new player, you will not have this character. You will need to complete the campaign at least once so you can unlock her. You have the marauder, you have the shadow, and the templar. As you can imagine, witch, intelligence based. The duelist is mixed between strength and dexterity. Ranger is pure dexterity. Marauder is pure strength. Shadow, dexterity and intelligence. And Templar mixed between intelligence and strength. So as you can see, this goes back to the tree that I was showing you before. And all these characters, as I said, they will start from one of those points. They will progress there. I'm not gonna complicate your life more saying that, yeah, you can have a witch that will focus on strength nodes, and you can have a ranger that can focus on strength nodes. You can have a marauder taking intelligence nodes. I'm not gonna go through that because that's gonna require an advanced point of view and some specific, very niche build that can be created every league. You will, if you start looking for builds, and in particular if you start looking randomly without knowing, you might be lost into a sea of a lot of creators trying the most crazy stuff into this game. Because this game, the beauty of this game is that it allows you to basically do anything. It allows you to basically do everything you want. You can play the character that you plan in your head, that you plan on this POB, which is an external software that basically reproduces exactly the skill tree, but on an external software, and when you can try to put nodes. For example, this is POB. It's basically the same that I showed you before. It has all the nodes, all the classes. These are the specialization of the classes, because each class has 3 specializations called ascendancies. And so basically here you can pick your nodes, check how much power they provide and how much power they lose if you drop them, and stuff like that. So on YouTube, you will find a lot of these links to POB that you can import. And I suggest you to not to start the league by yourself, even if it can be funny because you can try to test stuff. But I guarantee you that if you don't pick a build from somebody that has played the game a lot, and it can be a starter build for the new league, so for 3.26, you will have an awful time playing the game after a little bit. This game still, because it's an old game and because it has so much content into it, require some knowledge, and a lot of players in the game have way more knowledge than I have. Many players here in this game, they probably have more than 30,000 hours, and they can definitely point you towards one of the best builds to start for a beginner. But I wanted to give some generic idea from my point of view, because one of the best content creators, also a funny one in a good way, let me be clear, it's called Spicy Sushi. Yeah, we have quite a few fishes into this game. We have Spicy Sushi, we have crouching tuna, and then we have a cat. Yeah, Rue is a cat. Don't ask me. He is just a cat. Crazy Sushi has taken all the builds from every content creator and he put them in a spreadsheet that I'm gonna put into the comment of this video. So I hope, guys, I hope this is gonna be more than enough for me to shout out to everybody into this list, because otherwise I will have to shout out everybody. It's gonna be a super spam. I don't want to do that. But yeah, and as you can see, they ranked from S tier, lower tier, and also noob friendly, scalability, because we know players are new to the game. Many are coming from Path of Exile 2, so they might feel lost. And even if Path of Exile 2 has his own complexity, Path of Exile 1 still is probably more complicated in some other aspects. Given that from my video of last week, I said, and I continue to agree, that Path of Exile 2 is probably the best tutorial to Path of Exile 1, because many of the mechanics, many of the aspects of the game are taken from the original game. I think it's good to have this list, because for new players, you will be able to see, okay, mechanics feature of snaking Berserker. You probably don't know what it means. Berserker is an ascendancy for the Marauder. So this guy, this buff guy with the big hammer, okay? So it's simple. You click on the video guide, it's gonna explain everything. Maybe it's gonna go, Tuna is probably gonna go wide into many details for the build, but don't worry. Take the POBs that is connected to the video. I think I can show you here. Yeah. This is Kachin Tuna, by the way. He lives in Italy like me. Very cool guy. And watch the video, give him a like. What I do. And you can see POB here. Dogs. And we have Maxroll. Actually, he is from Maxroll, so you can find his build guide in detail also written if you prefer. With everything on it. This, I think, is the Marauder leveling. Okay, so this is actually great because it's giving you also the generic leveling for the basic class. Then I imagine he's also giving you his filters, another thing we're going to talk later. And the spreadsheet here with the POB, as you can see, this one is the POB. What you do, you just copy this, you open the POB that go on new, import, you put the code here, import, and bada bing, bada boom. Okay, this I only have a few nodes. Why? Because this is just the beginning, level 1 to 12. You probably see here on the bottom. But you can choose, because Tuna is a very good build maker and he knows that people want to have the step-by-step progression. So you can go from here, check, okay, after level 12, what is happening? Okay, I have to take these other nodes, and then, then I have to take these other nodes. If you follow this, it's also gonna, okay, this is gonna basically say, okay, at level 23, I already have to pick my first ascendancy, which is gonna happen through a specific mechanic into the game. Don't worry too much about it, but the first node that I have to pick into the ascendancy is gonna be this one. So I have to choose between these three. I will have to choose this guy, which is the Berserker. And then I have to pick this node here, Brave the Slaughter. Very, very simple. Usually this, I have also some nodes. For this build, he didn't put nodes here because he is already having the full max roll guide probably on the website, but don't worry too much about it. Follow the build. I just made an example for him, but every one of these build maker, they pretty much will provide with the same level of details so that you cannot get lost. So given this, the next step you have to do on June 13, and that you will have to do it right on June 13. Why? When I try to explain, you're still picking up from the item filter that Tuna is providing. This is an item filter that you can, is basically connected to the Path of Exile 1 website, and you can follow the item filter from Crouching Tuna, so that basically this will be connected, if you are logged in, of course, this will be connected to your account. So whenever you get in game, I will show you later, the option, you'll be able to choose the filter that you want to use. And this is going to be massively important. If you pick the filter from somebody that is already experienced, it's going to probably be easier for you. And then, well, it's going to be super important because, in particular, during the campaign, it's easy to get lost into the sauce. You might pick up every item that you find, and trust me, if you're coming from Path of Exile 2, you will be showered in items in this game. Once you get to maps, every map contains so many items that sometimes, if you don't have a filter, they might lag your computer. If you're juicing very high, if you're using all the mechanics and stuff, you will have so many items that they're not gonna fit the screen, okay? So it's important to have a filter during the campaign because you will pick up less items, so this will make you have a smoother progression, and you will just have to pick the items that are useful for you. At the same time, after a while, it will be overwhelming, so it's important to have a filter. But unfortunately, because the filter get updated by this guy called NeverSync, another amazing content creator that you should follow. This is the guy, NeverSync on X, and of course he has his links, so he's on Twitch, he's everywhere, and he has his own website called Filterblade. Filterblade is gonna become your best friend really soon. Filterblade is basically where you build your own filter. I know it might sound boring, but trust me, you're gonna thank me later. You need a filter. It's super important. There are so many options. You don't have to know all of them. You can just pick the basic Filterblade one. You can just say, okay, filter, NeverSync, I'm gonna trust you. NeverSync SC is the one that you should pick. So SC stands for software. Pick that one. Strictness, at the beginning you can go regular. Then you can raise it up to semi-strict once you start understanding that there are too many items on screen, and then higher and higher. I suggest you to stay on strict, and then very strict only in maps after a while, probably yellow maps, and then uber strict only once you are completely sure, because uber strict is gonna hide maybe some useful items for you. So it's better if you stay on strict, but only towards the end of the campaign, and then very strict in maps. That's my, strict and very strict are the best one, but you can test it. You can basically change this and from the website, still connected to your account, and then export. Now I'm not logged in, but basically from here you can export it to your game, and it's pretty easy. I know there are quite a few systems in Path of Exile 2, but in Path of Exile 1, but pretty much the same as Path of Exile 2. For the trade website, for example, is the same. There are outside of the game, but all of these are community made, so actually you should appreciate that the community is so amazing that helps each other. Another website that you can check is this one, and this is mostly to give you ideas. For example, I use this one even if when I choose my build every league. For example, let's say I want to play Deadeye, I want to play Tornado Shot. So my build is already this one, and I'm maybe leveling, but here I can see everybody that has already had success with this build. So these guys are all level 100, all with the same build, all with the same class, all with the same ascendancy, and with the same Tornado Shot skill. They might have different setup, they might have some different ideas, but if you want to see if you're doing something right, you can follow this. This will give you also some ideas of new items that you can use, new fun interaction. This will help you to learn the game as well. And also this one is good for the economy page, which provides you with all the orbs, all the unique items. Now idols are not anymore, but unique armor, for example, and all this kind of stuff. You can check the price from here instead than in the game, easier. And you can see also the trend of the prices, if they're going up, if they're going down. It's another very useful tool. But yeah, I don't want to get too much sidetracked. I don't want to put too much stuff on you guys. Just follow one of these builds, and you don't even need to follow the S plus build 1000%. You can also pick one of the lower tier builds, are gonna be still fine for you. Trust me, it's not a huge deal. For example, Flicker Strike by Mage Fist. Mage Fist is another great content creator. Is the Flicker Strike guy. Given that Flicker Strike is a very particular skill that, if you're not used to, might be not easy for your eyes, but it's considered an lower tier A, but it's actually going to be really, really good as a skill, as well as Holy Relic Necromancer by Balormaid. Definitely going to be a very good build anyway. Shield Crush Champion, probably one of the best builds, but because of the changes to champions and stuff, people are worried. So don't worry too much. These builds are going to go hard anyway. I guess that this experimental build here, maybe you can avoid them, because these are probably going to be builds that people will try to make in order to test stuff, because it's a new league and not everybody want to just run the top of the tier. Maybe somebody want to test new stuff that might become the best one day, or maybe just to have fun and to have a new challenge for ourselves. So yeah, follow everybody, especially follow a Miracle. This guy is a legend, is amazing. I have replicated his build. He is having a specific setup which is not really beginner friendly, but it's really cozy once you get it. And if you understand what he's doing, once you get some experience, trust me, this guy never let you down. His build works. It makes you pretty much immortal, and it makes your game work in a different way. Pretty good for farming. All this that I told you is quite a lot already, right? I want to address a little bit. Hold on. I want to address a little bit about content you can find on this channel and the content you can find on other channels. I am basically just a player. I play the game. I have fun in the game. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not a build maker. I'm just having fun. I like to have fun with my chat. I like to make memes. I like to take the game at my pace. Some other streamers, they are more experienced, and some other streamers you will find they are more elitist, as I call them. Don't get too stressed out by listening to drama happening. My build is better than yours. Your build is bad. Or don't get stressed out by other kind of things that could be, oh, this specific mechanic that he said in his build actually doesn't work because he's having 0.3% less of this. When they start talking numbers, just close your ears, pick up one build. Maybe the build you will pick is not going to be a super A tier, but if you're a new player, you just need to focus on simple things and learn the game at your own pace. The campaign in Path of Exile 1 is 10 acts. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're coming from Path of Exile 2, I guarantee you it's way faster than the 6 acts of Path of Exile 2. Once you learn how the campaign works, you will probably be able to speed farm it in 5 hours, 6 hours. Personally, I always take it very slowly because I don't really care too much about going fast. But you know, the Mick and Maxer, they want to get to maps immediately the first day, as fast as they can, because they can get an economic advantage into the game and stuff like that. Fair. If you're not a content creator, who cares? There are 4 months This league will last 4 months, and there will be changes. So some stuff might not work at the beginning, some stuff might be changed, some monster might hit very hard, and they will be completely reverted by GG after a couple of days. Some skill might not work properly, and they will be changed again. So it doesn't really make sense to go super fast. And I'm sure everybody will say the opposite. Don't trust them. They are just making their own YouTube content. I respect that. They want to make drama. They want to say, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Fair. It's pointless to take this game in a formal way. And I have to say, in this regards, probably the best guy that I can advise everybody to follow is Cute Dog. This guy here on Twitch, Cute Dog. Why? So, first of all, he is a very experienced player. He played a lot of Patavazel 1, a lot of Patavazel 2. He played a lot of ARPG in general. He's very funny also. He's kind of awesome as well. And he's very experienced, but he doesn't really play the way that all these super experienced players used to play. He takes his own time. He is not super fast leveler. He talks a lot with his chat. He is the perfect, ideal kind of Patavazel player and is giving the example of how you should play this game without stressing out, having fun, learning little by little, playing something that other people are not playing. Maybe, yes, testing also stuff that maybe it's new and you want to see, oh, this is good. I want to try it. It's fine. But without the stress of, oh no, I have to min-max everything. That is not going to lead you to a great experience. And following content creators that will try to put this FOMO on you, remember, they have to build their own content. It's fine. They are entertaining for you, but don't consider yourself less just because you are a new player. Take the game at your own pace and you will have an amazing experience. And said this, I hope I could give you some first tips to how to start having a good experience in Patavazel 1. This was Uncle Mordred OG on Twitch, on YouTube, on X. I hope I see you in the next video. If you want to leave a follow, a subscription, follow me on all my socials. You will find everything in the description. I will leave all these links that I show you in the video into the description. And for now, that's all for me. Peace, Mordred out. See you on June 13th. Actually, I'm going to make another video before June 13th. You should watch that. It's going to be more gameplay related. Now, this was just an introduction. So follow me on the next video. And then I want to see you in my channel on June 13th. Gonna have fun.